Sorry, I think we're getting ready for Trump here. People are starting to stand up, but they could just be getting anxious. Trump's probably had them waiting for a little bit. But yeah, people are starting to stand up, so perhaps we are about ready for Trump to walk out. Another person has been shot by ICE, this time in Arizona. We're going to cover that here shortly. This is the live shot of the Trump rally we're going to be covering. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Scheduled to speak at 4 o'clock, so of course he's going to be half hour, 45 minutes late. It is 8 minutes until 4:20 on the East Coast if you would like to join me. Let me see if I turned YouTube on this time. Got this correct. Still isn't showing me vertical right now, so I don't know what's up. Nope. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. I've figured it out, I guess. Soup, Holiday, Warlord, welcome in. Moments away from Trump speaking in Iowa, and I can't stress to you guys how unusual this is. Lame duck presidents don't usually hold campaign rallies. It is very odd for somebody who is not going to be running for office again to be holding a campaign rally, but yet here we are. Almost like this dude is a fucking fascist and is planning on remaining in office. Almost. We'll have Trump's speech momentarily from Iowa. This is in Clive, Iowa. I don't even know where fucking Clive, Iowa is. Never heard of it. Hey, Soup. How's you doing today, you handsome man? Lou says the fuck. Lou, what are you the fucking about? About 5 minutes until 4:20 on the East Coast if you'd like to partake with me. Get your smoking accoutrements ready. Do I already have a bowl packed? I do. Yes, you've got TDS. TDS is what I call people who are willing to support a con man and pedophile. That is Trump derangement syndrome. You're treating a known con man and a pedophile like he's some sort of fucking god. You've got Trump derangement syndrome, my friend. Sorry about your damn luck, Lou. Six LaRue. You know the narrative of the Trump regime is that liberals are silly, and I feel like when you swear, you don't do anything to help that. That sounds fucking stupid. Do you want me to play you clip after clip after clip of Trump swearing? He told the auto worker that called him a pedophile the other day to fuck off. Like, you people are the biggest hypocrites on the planet. Trump is a clown show. Literal clown show. One of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. And you guys treat him like he's like omnipotent. It's insane. And then you want to call me silly. I don't get you people at all. It says vertical mode's up, Holiday. I saw it. How am I stupid and or weak? Can you say it like all right-wingers ever do is just assert things that they want to be true, whether they're based in facts or not. I know exactly what gender I am. I'm swearing and smoking. Once again, I can show you Trump swearing. If swearing is a deal breaker for you, then you should hate Trump. But yet you're holding a comedian on YouTube to a much higher standard than you hold your president. Okay, then what are you... Okay, if you don't like Trump, then what are you on about? What's facts? Right-wingers have a habit of asserting their opinions and saying, well, that's a fact. Brother, if there is a God, you're going to hell for supporting Trump, the child molester, the literal child molester. Jesus warned you about wolves in sheep's clothing that would play to your ignorance. Okay, you don't want me to include you with them, but yet you're coming in here and talking about how Trump's narrative is that liberals are silly. I do a political talk show and we're getting ready to watch a political rally. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Why are you criticizing me? You don't think I'm interesting? Well, there's plenty of other YouTube channels to go to. Why would you come in my channel and bitch? You have a pussy, you hypocrite. In case you can't tell, I have a shit ton of testosterone. Trump fucks kids, that's true. Trump symptoms for the next 3 years. Happy New Year, suckers. That was Machiavellich. Because that sounded like a really intelligent statement. Yeah, it's a good point. Arbin. That Qatari base coming to Iowa. Mr. Elwood, thank you for telling me I suck. A Dumbo-crat talking about ignorance. Great, man. You're welcome to tell me what I'm ignorant about. I dare you to prove that I'm ignorant. Include Biden Clintons. I don't know what the fuck that means. Trump stopped 7 wars, including war in Gaza. If you think that's true, you're a dumbass. Trump didn't stop 7 wars, including not in Gaza, because like fucking 50 people got killed in Gaza last night. I do, and I think you're a goofball producer, worthwhile showman, you're a disgrace. I don't know what that means. I do, and I think you're a goofball producer, worthwhile showman, you're a disgrace. I have no idea what you're trying to say. You can be a high T male with a snatch. That is absolutely true. And I know one that's incredibly fucking sexy. Well, I should certainly know a wolf in sheep's clothing dumbass. Pappy, how am I a dumbass? Please explain it. You're welcome to explain to me how I'm a dumbass. Just because when people laugh when you walk by them doesn't mean you're a comedian. No, me getting on stage and doing stand-up comedy for well over a decade makes me a comedian. Your balls stopped working a decade ago. You have no testosterone. Might as well just be trans. Your opinions are gay enough. Brother, if you can grow a beard or talk in a deep voice like me, then okay, let's have that testosterone off. Salty Colonel. Trump's grave will be the world's largest gender-neutral open-air toilet ever. Love it. Baba Ganoush O'Reilly. Fucking love your name. And I'm hearing the song in my head. I'm hearing that guitar part. Yes, all the bankrupt farmers are there in Iowa. No, they probably wouldn't let him in. Trump screens his audiences because he can't stand criticism. Unlike me, I'll let you guys fucking mouth off about me all day long in the chat because I don't have thin skin like the pedophile you elected president. I got big old gigantic balls. I missed 420. God damn it. I was arguing with the chat and completely missed 420. Light one up, tip one back. Kevin French says, suck our MAGA balls. Confirming they are the gayest people on the planet.
I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. I'm going to give you the blowjob of your life. Then I want you inside of me.
Pathetic. If you support Kamala, toastist is low. Huh. That's, I don't know what that means, but okay.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Jason Beatrice, what city are you in? Well, it's a tough time for us Democrats right now. I'm sick of our leaders and watching my city get destroyed on behalf of illegals. What city do you live in? DJ Dub, I never expect any kind of work from you, my friend. Please be here and enjoy the stream if you can. Trump conned all the stupid people. Skylar is correct. It's a tough time for us Democrats right now. Our leaders failed us. I'm embarrassed, bro. Jason, I'm with you, my friend. Power. Salamander face. ICE is doing a pretty good. Leave. ICE is doing pretty good. Leave ICE alone. One, that's like the 100th time I've heard that joke. You guys are all like pull string dolls saying the same shit over and over again. And two, ICE is not doing a good job. They are killing citizens in the street. And I want to put an end to that because I don't want to see you get killed in the street. Because I'm not a fascist. I don't think you would show the same courtesy to me judging by your comment. It seems if I was to get shot by the government in the street that you would cheer it like you're doing Alex Pretty. Okay, if I can hear the Who in your name, I'm old too. Well, I'm a music nerd. I'm not old enough to have lived through the Who's height, right? They did play at the Super Bowl in like, what, 2006 or 7? 6, 7? 6, 7. Something like that. But I'm just a music nerd, and I worked in radio for years and years and years. But I am kind of old now. I'm 41, coming up on 42. Being gay is pretty awesome. Being ashamed of it is horrible. DJ Dub is correct. Kel B. McGarvey reported me for drug use. I'm in a legal state, brother. Legally purchased, legally consumed. Sorry about your luck. I was born that way, pathetic. Cars, I assume you're talking about me. I was born what way? How was I born? Report this dude for drug use. Report this dude for fucking being cool. Goddamn right. you're acting like a tattletale, cancel culture, just like all right-wingers. You're hypocrites. But once again, I'm not violating any rules, live in a legal state, purchased it legally. Sorry. Stebelson. Yes, super chat me. Super chat me to say Trump is the most corrupt, incompetent president ever. Quesadilla says, how do you get a maggot to wash your shoes? You wear a mask and ask them for papers. Cousin Matt, for the love of God, vote independent, break the cycle. There is not a viable independent party. I would actually agree with you. I feel that I was wrong to vote independent all the years that I did, like in 2012 and 2016. No, in 2016 I didn't vote. I couldn't register in time. I moved. It was 2012 and 2008 I voted for Obama. 2004 I voted for Kerry. I feel bad about my independent votes. If you would like to build a party from the ground up, I'm down with that. I'll vote independent at the ground level. I think that could work. But in terms of like the president, you have to have a party infrastructure. It's going to take 10, 15, 20 years at least to build a party that can contend on the national level. And you have to do it by ground up. So if you tell people to vote third party, I'm going to tell you to go out and get involved locally and create that third party. Power to you. Carr says, yeah, maybe try pulling your head out of your ass. How is my head in my ass? Please explain so I can answer your critique. Curly Eastbourne. Curl Eastbourne. How do you nearly bankrupt a country in just one short year? Give it to Donald Trump. Goddamn right. Barrick, MAGA loves the pedos in Israel. Israel loves the pedos. Easby, another bullshit speech by a failing president. Goddamn right. Cars, you people shouldn't talk civil to this fucking asshole. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about me? Are you talking about me talking to Trump? I'm confused. Baked Biz Quick, welcome in. Reading off the 14th Amendment. Beautiful. Look at the little kids in that video. Politics is just a meme to them. It's easy not to care about the economy when you still live with mommy. Oh, are you talking about the ones right now standing right behind Trump? I'm serious. This one can barely grow a mustache. That is a kid. Baked Bizquick says, stop getting in the way of law enforcement for illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants. Nobody's getting in the way of law enforcement. I can show you the murder of Alex Preddy, and law enforcement literally goes over to them, pushes a woman down. Preddy tries to help her up, and then they murder him in cold blood. Everyone saw it. And since you bring it up, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up over here, and we'll leave Trump. So here is a compilation of federal agents assaulting citizens. Did you notice that? Did not get in the way of law enforcement. Law enforcement came over and shoved him. That is unconstitutional. 100% unconstitutional. Just that right there alone, unconstitutional. So you should check yourself. You should be upset about the government assaulting citizens. Oh, here's another one. Just minding his own business, not doing
Was it
anything.
appropriate for the ICE agent to push that gentleman onto the ground?
Of course not. It wasn't appropriate.
Into oncoming coming traffic? I mean, you see a city bus that has to come to a very quick stop to avoid running the man over. DHS did not respond to CNN's request for comment on that incident. And then there's this clip from St. Louis Park, Minnesota. That's a suburb just west of Minneapolis, where a driver says they began recording after witnessing a car crash between an ICE vehicle and another car.
Shame on you.
Listen, have y'all not learned from the past couple of days? Have you not learned?
Learned what? What's our lesson here? What do you want us to learn?
Following federal agents.
Give me my phone back.
Following
No, you
federal
can't take
agents.
Shame on you.
DHS tells CNN that they told the woman multiple times to move her car and that she could film across the street. That ICE agent's strong objection, let's call it, to being filmed is something we've seen in several.
My back
other
hurts.
videos, including this one from Portland. Maine.
Show me a video
See
of
this
agents
ICE enforcement
getting assaulted by a protester.
It's not illegal to record.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Why are you taking my information down?
Because we have a nice little database.
Oh, good.
And now you're considered a domestic terrorist. So
We're videotaping you? Are you crazy?
We have a nice little database, and now you're considered a domestic terrorist. The officer tells the American citizen for using her phone to record ICE agents as they go about their enforcement in public, which is protected by the Constitution. DHS responded to CNN by noting that, quote, there is no database of domestic terrorists run by DHS, unquote. Here's another interaction from Minneapolis where we see another very intense reaction from an ICE agent to a person filming them from their car.
This is your warning. This is your warning.
For what?
Stop following us. You are impeding operations. This is the United States federal
I live
government.
over here. I gotta get to my house.
This is your warning.
Gotta get to
All
my
right?
house.
Go home to your kids.
Go to church.
Go to home to your kids. This is your last warning.
I serve
I
the Lord.
will arrest you.
Little men with big guns pointed at our
Heard
heads.
back. Finally, let's look at our video from North Carolina. This shows two U.S. citizens being asked by ICE agents to not record them with their phones, and then they were told they were being detained before a scuffle began.
Do me a favor and turn off your video. You're detained right now, so you're not free to record. No, we are free to record.
we're not free to record.
You're detained right now, sir.
No, we're not detained. They haven't told us we're detained.
They didn't say nothing about
I'm telling you right now, you're
No,
detained.
we're not
Get off the
detained.
phone.
Nope.
Again, American citizens are allowed to film law enforcement officers in public.
Not only allowed, it's your patriotic duty. Let me show you what happened in Minneapolis this morning, where ICE agents descended on a preschool. ICE agents descended on a preschool.
This is a preschool, you stupid motherfuckers! Fucking idiot!
Once again, we are waiting a Trump speech. He was supposed to speak at 4 o'clock. But of course he's late as always. We've done this a million times. This is the 500th speech I've done of Trump's. So there you go. I have not seen any protester obstruct, interfere, impede law enforcement over and over and over and over again. I've seen law enforcement violate the Constitution to assault citizens. I believe in freedom. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the founding of this country. And I think you're all traitors. Anyone who supports Trump is a traitor. Plain and simple, he attacked the country on January 6th to try to stop the peaceful transfer of power. There's no denying it. You people are fucking crazy. And then, despite the fact that he is a known con man, attacked the country, has pardoned people convicted of sedition against the country. That's giving aid and comfort to the enemy. Remember, over a dozen people were convicted of sedition against this country. Trump pardoned them. You people were stupid enough to fall for that con man and to keep the pedophile out of prison. You voted to keep the pedophile out of prison. It's a disgrace, and you should all be ashamed of yourself. I lived through Bush. I saw in 2009, not a one of you would claim to have voted for Bush. We'll see here in a few years, after the trials have been held at The Hague, and we have adjudicated the war crimes and the crimes against humanity that Trump has committed. None of you will claim that you ever voted for him. You won't own up to it. But then you'll jump on the next demagogue in 5-10 years that comes along. It starts telling you about how you should be scared of the immigrant. The immigrant's taking your job. The immigrant's taking your housing, while also being a mooch and defrauding the system. That's literally, look up the word demagoguery. Do you know what the word demagoguery is? It's how fascists continue to get elected. Let's go to the Cambridge Dictionary here. The action of winning support by exciting the emotions of ordinary people rather than having good or morally right ideas. They excite your emotions and tell you that immigrants are eating the dogs and eating the cats. And they're stealing your welfare. Even though Brett Favre and the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase were stealing welfare in Mississippi. Even though Rick Scott, a sitting U.S. Senator, stole from Medicare in Florida. Even though Trump himself has been convicted of fraud. You'll all tell me that the Somalis in Minnesota are committing fraud. And that it's some insane problem that we should all be worried about because a fucking 23-year-old with a learning disability on YouTube that was trying to excite you for clicks, demagoguery, played you for the fucking fools you are. I wish you guys could feel embarrassment. It would save the rest of us a lot of time. We're still awaiting comments from Trump in Clive, Iowa. You can't report me for disinformation when everything I said was a fact. You guys got played by a grifter on YouTube. Here is the indictment. U.S. Attorney announces federal charges against 47 defendants in $250 million Feeding Our Future fraud scheme. The Biden Justice Department prosecuted the fraud that you guys are upset about. The woman, a white woman by the name of Amy Bach, was described by prosecutors as the ringleader of this scheme. White woman by the name of Amy Bach was convicted in 2023. This is Amy Bach. She's accused of extorting and pressuring the Somali community to go along with her fraud. She was the ringleader. Convicted in 2023. Not a one of you knows any detail about this case. But you're losing your minds because you saw some dumbass 23-year-old on YouTube. He's playing you for clicks, guys. Jesus, stop falling for it. I'm sorry, I was going through and responding to everybody in the chat, but I lost track. I'm way behind now. I'm sorry. We're still waiting for Donald Trump to come out. It's been he's 40 minutes late at the moment. If you're in the country illegally, you have committed a civil infraction. It's the same as jaywalking or speeding. They give you a citation and then you appear in court. And Fox News told you that's called catch and release, but they didn't explain to you that being in the country illegally is just a civil infraction. They made it sound worse than what it is. But what was happening was people were coming across the border claiming asylum. They were receiving a citation for being in the country illegally. And then they come back and plead their case to the immigration court. Once again, it's right-wingers, right-wing propaganda. It's millionaires at Fox News and Newsmax and OAN playing you guys as the ignorant, useful idiots you are. Fat, orange-haired lesbian, is that your porn search history? I'm telling you guys, being in the country illegally is a civil infraction. I'm sorry. Most people that are here illegally overstayed their visas, whether it was just a travel visa or a work visa. And that's what Trump has you guys all up in arms about. And the craziest thing is that if you like deportations, Biden did it better. Obama did it better. Clinton did it better. Democrats are better at deporting people than Republicans. Biden deported more people in an average month than Trump does. And he's not violating citizens' rights to do it. What a weird... people are just like, deport, not even listening to what I say. Markov. Hold on, DJ Dub. I'm scrolling back up. I saw you addressing me personally. You have more right-wing troll viewers in here during the middle of their work day than you did in the evening last night. Yeah. DJ Dub brings up a very good point. When I come on in the middle of the day, I get a hell of a lot of right-wing trolls. When we tried this last night, there wasn't that many of you in here. You guys should probably get a job. My facts are wrong, somebody said to me. Which facts are wrong? Please let me know. I think my chat just crashed. The dollar is currently plummeting and Trump is all for it. Did somebody then just say have fun with your strong dollar? Trump said he was for the value of the dollar dropping because he's going to make a hell of a lot of money. He bought a bunch of treasury bonds. We covered this on the show 6-8 months ago. He bought a bunch of treasury bonds when he came in. I was like, he stands to make a lot of money if the value of the dollar plummets. This motherfucker is screwing us right and left. The con man. We've known he was a con man my entire life. I don't know how he got reformed in the 2000s to where he was some successful businessman when he was a joke. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I know Donald Trump was always treated as a joke. I don't know. His first rally that he had when he came down the golden escalator, those were all paid actors. He didn't have support. I don't know how He convinced you guys to go along with his con job. Mike Ewalt, like Ilhan, make 30 million. Do you guys know, like, right-wing media has been driving this story. They've been saying that her wealth mysteriously increased. She just married a guy worth that. You know that, right? Look it up. She just married a guy that was worth 25 million or whatever it was. MCM, how are both sides fucking crazy? Like, I take issue with that. I want everyone to have health care, higher wages, pre-K through doctorate paid for. I don't. Both sides, I can't tell the two apart. Literally everyone liked Donald Trump throughout the 80s and 90s. That is not true. Biff Tannen in Back to the Future, based on Donald Trump. You can go look at cartoons. Just mock the shit out of Trump constantly. What con job am I trying to spread? Job, little homie, that feeling in your stomach of being a loser will never leave. What are you talking about? That feeling in my stomach right now is I'm slightly hungry. The left wants free fucking money. No, that's what Trump has enriched himself off the back of taxpayers. They want the government to pay for everything. They want welfare. How about you get off your fucking ass and work for it? I would say that Republicans want welfare for corporations. Like companies like ExxonMobil getting subsidies from tax dollars and Wall Street bankers getting bailouts. People were up in arms about the PDF file conspiracy. Now when it's proven, they bury their head and protect him. It's wild. All they did was talk about the elite cabal that was raping kids, and when they found out it was Donald Trump and not Tom Hanks, they just stuck their fingers in their ears. Texas, no offense, sir, but you're spreading misinformation. It is 100% a crime to sneak into the country illegally. Sure, it's a crime. It's a civil infraction. Not like a misdemeanor or felony. It's a civil infraction. I mean, it's a crime in the same way jaywalking is a crime. You guys act like it's a fucking felony and elected a felon. You talk to me about law and order and crime, and you elected a felon to keep his pedophile ass out of prison. You hypocrites. Heath Abercrombie. How do I have a TDS problem? TDS is thinking that a pedophile con man is some sort of fucking god. And that's the way you guys do. I love demon KKK rats. The Klan most certainly is pro-Trump. I mean, the Klan organized the Unite the Right rally in 2017 and wore all their fucking MAGA hats down there. It can be a felony if you cross back and forth, sure, but like 70-something% of people here illegally just overstayed their visas. Travis, how do I have TDS? What is TDS to you? Please define it. Michael Hoss, welcome in, my friend. It literally is the same as jaywalking. It's a civil infraction. Did I say I supported Walls? How can you support Trump? He's a pedophile. The real TDS syndrome is worrying about illegals while supporting a serial predator and a 34-time convicted felon. Boom. That's it. Fuck Trump indeed. Anonymously, welcome in. You know, like all the people that are just like TDS is a bitch, like you sound like you're the brainwashed ones, right? Because you can't put together a coherent argument. All you do like Trump derangement syndrome, like you're making some intelligent point. And you just look like a fucking moron. Taylor Franklin, Brett Wood, welcome in, friends. Jay Meeks. I used to know a Jay Meeks. How is Trump a pedophile? He was best friends with Epstein and he raped kids. He's on camera saying that he just grabs women by the pussy. He walked into a teen pageant to walk in on the women. He literally said he walked in on a teen pageant to see them naked. He's made a gazillion creepy comments about his own kid, how he wants to fuck Ivanka. He's been accused by multiple Epstein survivors, including the one that filed a civil suit against him. He's in Epstein's contacts like 8 or 9 times. And he flew on Epstein's plane a hell of a lot more times than we knew. And did you know that the plane that he used in his campaign before he got Air Force One back was literally Epstein's plane? He gave the prosecutor that got Epstein off a cabinet position, Alex Acosta, made him labor secretary in the first Trump administration. Why would you give the prosecutor that got Epstein off a cabinet position if you're not a pedophile yourself, if you're not rewarding the guy? Yeah, fuck Bill Clinton. Nobody gives a shit about Bill Clinton. Lock him up, but best I can tell, Bill Clinton was fucking Giselle. Every picture you see is like him and Giselle fucking humped up together. It's kind of weird. D Doggy, Taylor, Dean Brown. Welcome in, friends. I don't give a shit about Clinton. Fucking lock Clinton up. He gives me the creeps. Duck, how have you gotten 20 times dumber watching this? You're calling me a beta when I have gigantic fucking facial hair. I got far more chest hair than you do. My voice is deep. My balls are huge. You think I'm a beta? No, Epstein literally said that he remained friends with Trump until they're in the White House. Learn what you're talking about, friends. YouTube sucks. Yes, it does. The real Omega. Are you Kenny Omega? That's the real Omega. You mean yours and you? Oh, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? You misspelled it. All I did was listen to you guys cry about Joe Biden. Every fucking day, I heard you guys cry about Joe Biden. I still hear you guys cry about... Trump is going to come out here in this speech, and he is going to cry about Joe Biden. This is probably going to be an hour and a half long speech. He's going to cry about Joe Biden for 40 minutes of it. Like, you guys are insane. Krill, welcome in, friend. I saw somebody mention Bill Gates. Fuck Bill Gates. Hate Bill Gates. I want to live in a world where we tax the rich so much that Bill Gates can never be as powerful as what he is. Don't you think you agree with me on that one? I don't want George Soros and Bill Gates to have the power that they have. Can I get some amens from some right-wingers? Let's tax billionaires out of existence. You guys agree with me? Did I get some amens? Come on. You guys hate Bill Gates. Let's tax him out of existence, shall we? He's only powerful because he has a goddamn, $20 billion? $15 billion? Tax the shit out of the rich to where they don't have enough money to be able to be as powerful as they are. Once you reach $1 billion, you won capitalism. Congratulations. Go sit your ass in the corner. Give somebody else a chance. You get a prize. You get a cookie. Special hat or something. I love that. Like a fascist. Do you know what fascist means? Fascist has a very specific... I've noticed that right-wingers seem to think fascist means force. And it doesn't. It has a whole other connotation to it. I can't find my knife. Trump is like an hour late, by the way, guys. Oh. No, it was supposed to start at 4 my time. It was supposed to start at 4 my time. So he's about an hour late. We should get him any minute now. They have shot another person. ICE has shot another person in Arizona. We're going to be covering that shortly. Who is crying, Mark? I can properly define fascist. It's a hyper-nationalist authoritarian regime focused on a national identity and restoring some sort of mythology. I.e. Make America Great Again. Hold on, let me go grab the actual definition. So we're all on the same page. A populist political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts nation and often race above the individual, that is associated with a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, and that is characterized by severe economic and social regimentation and forcible suppression of opposition. Literally MAGA. So thank you for bringing that up. Joe, I agree. Making another billion does nothing except all these people that are extremely rich seem to be, the money doesn't buy happiness bullshit. They seem to be incredibly unfulfilled, and they end up... Ryan Grimm had a great... I think he was talking to Sagar and Jetty on Breaking Points or something about it. And then these rich people, they get bored. Once you've achieved a certain level of success, you get bored, and then you start doing things like raping kids because you feel like you're above the law. That's how we get Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and Bill Gates on Epstein Island. So if you guys don't want these elite pedophiles raping kids out here, you should want to tax the billionaires out of existence. How do you think they get the power to be able to go out and rape kids with impunity? They've got billions of dollars. Yeah, the left hasn't had power in this country at all. And I mean, calling Roosevelt a leftist. The one little taste of socialism we got was because Roosevelt was so independently wealthy. That he didn't have to depend on campaigns from other fucking billionaires. That's why it's like J.D. Pritzker might be our only hope, and I don't want to have to depend on a fucking billionaire. What grown man uses a word like beta to describe somebody? I don't know. Idiots. Somebody came to my YouTube comments and talked about the guy who said he was more attractive than me. I was like, what man dares to say that they're more attractive than another man? I'm like, this dumb fuck that called into my show, apparently. Yeah, bro, give the government enough power to tell people how much money they are allowed to make. All the while you are calling the current government fascist. Is everyone on the left retarded? No. See, I believe in democracy. I believe that the government shouldn't have the power to determine how much money a person can make. I believe that we, as a society, can determine, no, you can stop at $99.9 billion or $99.9 million. You won at capitalism. Go sit down somewhere. We as a society should be able to decide that, because having that much wealth allows you a type of power that is not beneficial to society. Bill Gates fucked up our schools. Bill Gates helped fuck up our vaccine programs all over the world. Bill Gates is a piece of shit and he needs to be neutered. But I believe that about all billionaires, not just Bill Gates, not just the ones that the right-wingers hate. We are a constitutional republic that elects our representatives by democratic vote. We are both a democracy and a republic. And throughout the course of our history, it has been a fight to bring more democracy. So we didn't used to directly elect senators, and now we do. We didn't used to allow women to vote, and now we do. That's where it has been a fight in this country to bring more democracy to the country. And I think we need even more democracy as the cure for our ills. And the definition of that is representative democracy. I guess you're agreeing with me, Justin, because I'm correct. I assume also awesome name, just in time. Yes, liberals are the reason we have rights. I love that MAGAs come out and tell everybody they're anti-liberal. You look up the meaning of liberal. It's like everyone should agree with that. A political philosophy centered on individual rights, liberty, equality, consent of the governed, the rule of law, advocating for government protection of these freedoms through its application. I'm sorry, that goes too far. But yeah, individual rights, liberty, equality, consent of the governed, rule of law. That's what liberal means. And you guys are anti-liberal. It's hilarious. We are waiting for Trump to speak any time now. Liberals ruin countries. Weird. We're like everything that's good with the country. Renix DMC. Welcome in, friend. Code Rapper. What am I looking at? So federal agents assaulted him before they murdered him. Kind of seems like they targeted him. Yeah, they got all the kids in the front row there, using them as human shields. How is it supporting individual rights when I'm forced to support people I don't want to support? I don't understand what you mean by that. When we say supporting individual rights, it's like, I support your right to free speech, just like you should support my right to free speech. But that seems to be only a one-way street. Like, leftists support everybody's right to free speech. Right-wingers automatically try to shut everybody down. Trump came to power and started suing everybody to shut him up. They didn't assault him. He approached the federal agents and harassed them carrying a loaded firearm. He didn't harass anybody. Everybody saw the video. He went to go help a woman that federal agents had assaulted up. Everybody saying he had a gun is a fucking idiot. 100% within their rights. So you guys hate the Constitution. Lanwoo, what's going on? The left absolutely supports the Second Amendment. The left supports gun rights. Mao said change must come through the barrel of a gun. Marx said any attempt to disarm the proletariat must be exhausted by force. The right plays you guys for fools. Nobody on the right is trying to kill free speech, except all the people that were in my chat saying to report me earlier. Donald Trump came into office and tried to silence everybody he could. I can show you ICE saying, like, if you talk, I'll silence your voice or some shit like that. Like, you people are nuts. I know you say you support free speech, but your behavior says the opposite. Dog football. Oh, yeah, because Malcolm X said that. Because liberals will act like they're on your side, but then always side with fascism. That's what leftists say about liberals. And liberals prove it time and time and time again. Okay, I believe we've got Trump coming out now. People are standing up. They're starting to clap. Okay, we have some speaker. I don't know who this is.
Today, President Donald J. Trump. Are you excited to hear from him? We are so excited to have him back here in Iowa. And I can tell you this, when I first got out to Washington, D.C. and started working for Iowans out there, I think we all can agree we saw firsthand how destructive the policies that the liberals were pushing were for our country and for our state. That liberal agenda was higher taxes, open borders, more of that woke nonsense in our schools. Are you frustrated with all the waste, fraud, and abuse that we keep finding, right?
Up yours, woke moralists.
Well, we're seeing it's running
We'll
rampant, not just in the federal government, but in states like Minnesota, California, Illinois. And we are not done peeling back the curtain on all of that, are we? We have more work to do. So we know the liberals in Congress and in the Senate.
I'm just going to say it. She can be my GOP mommy.
President Joe Biden's auto pen was ready to sign it, wasn't it? Well, let me state the obvious. Thank God we've got President Donald J. Trump back in the White House.
Come on, man.
It's been an absolute honor to fight alongside of him and our conservative majority.
Code, I agree. That's what should happen to Donald Trump, right?
Transforming that America First agenda into an America First future for our country. Are you with us? So it's been 1 year since President Trump took office, and boy, what a year it has been. We have continued to deliver historic tax relief for all of you. Do you want more of your own money back? Yeah, you do. No more taxes on tips, no tax on overtime, relief on Social Security, secure borders and safer communities. Do we like that? And finally, we know this president has the support of our America farmers. Iowa farmers sent President Trump to the White House, and he will have your back, won't he? We know that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just getting started. The fight to restore our country and usher in a new era of opportunity has only just begun. We need to keep cutting taxes.
This piss poor opening act.
To eliminate the waste, fraud, and abuse we're seeing that does nothing but drive up costs for all the rest of us. We need to protect Social Security and Medicare. We need to lower health insurance premiums for everybody. We need to focus on prescription drug prices, get those down, and we need to make sure, again...
How can I hate Trump? He's a pedophile. He's a con man. He's stealing from us, and he's pissing all over the Constitution. Pretty good reasons to hate him.
And that is why I am running to be your next United States Senator, and I'm proud to have the endorsement of President Trump to get that done. Thank you.
Oh, this is one of those races where Trump has put it in jeopardy, isn't it?
And strong conservative majorities behind him, we have a once-in-a-generation chance to finish the job we've started and rebuild a country that works for every single Iowan and every single American. It has been the honor of my life to serve Iowa, and I would be honored to earn your vote for the United States Senate. So thank you so much, and let's give it up for the president. He'll be out shortly. Thank you.
Gotta kill the music again. So in about another hour and a half, we'll get Trump out here. Stop sniffing children, Diddy-crats. I always love it when a right-winger calls us Diddy-crats. You know who loved Diddy? Trump. Usually I have the clip of Trump being like, I love Diddy. But I don't have it handy, so... You people. I love you guys. I love all you chatters. You guys may hate me, but I love you. We got another speaker out here.
Well, hello, Iowa.
They were playing the Killers.
We are once again on the front line of helping to defend this great nation. And it's here in Iowa where President Trump came just 6 months ago to tell us what we had the opportunity to do.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the dude that
he said we have the opportunity to lead.
He got something in history wrong, didn't he? I made a video about him. He was like sitting on his desk saying
we
some
have the
bullshit.
opportunity to have the most secure nation in the world by securing
He's
our
like
borders.
the lieutenant governor of Iowa, I think.
To trust in the American people.
Somebody in the chat verify that for me.
Knows better what to do with your dollars than anybody out in Washington.
Oh, it's all love fest in here in the chat. You guys are awesome.
Iowa, it's a privilege to get to fight for you in Washington because we are taking what works in Iowa
First tour of
right to the
Melania.
nation's capital. And we've been able to deliver.
Oh, he totally has a Grindr account. There's no way around it.
With folks right here at home
I can't
who are giving
wait
us
to have
some
your
of our
cock
best
in my
examples.
mouth. I'm going to give
Tragically,
you the blowjob of your life.
We
then
lost
I want
two incredible
you
Iowans
inside of me.
who are defending our country on the front line. Brothers who serve with me in the National Guard. Members who put their well-being second to defending
So, too evil to hope. Leftists love protecting child sexuality traffickers.
all
That's
our
their real
veterans in
mission.
this audience, thank you for your fellow service and sacrifice.
Here is the Republican president with his arm around the most prolific child trafficker in modern history. And he's currently blocking the release of the Epstein files. Remember.
We have that same responsibility today, whether it's in a barren desert in Syria or whether it's right here on the home front, to defend what still matters, to defend our constitutional rights, to defend our families, to stand with our communities. And here in Iowa, we've been able to deliver on that.
So he's
My
not the
friends,
lieutenant governor.
I'm privileged to get to fight with you today.
Why do leftists love protecting criminals that hurt children? Again. There are two criminals right there.
Secure border. The U.S. has
One of them, the most prolific pedophile
to zero.
in modern history. The other one is the current Republican president with his arm around him.
And right here in Iowa, we're helping lead the charge to be energy independent so that Russia...
From the Bays, I fucked Bill Clinton. Nobody gives a shit about him. Lock him up. He's not the president right now.
Iowa. Our farmers, our biofuel leaders get to help drive...
I wish you
down
guys would
costs.
stop with
I was
that.
just with the president right now, and he highlighted, he's like, you know, Zach, gas is under.
There are not pictures of Epstein with Kamala, and all the pictures with Clinton looks like he's more into Giselle. I think he was fucking Giselle.
So whether you are filling up a truck or a tractor, a minivan or a motorhome, here's the reality. Iowa Biofuels will help drive down that cost. It helps every family, it helps save our supply chain, and it is a national security imperative that Iowa gets to deliver. Thank you to our E15 leaders for making this a reality. Right here.
We're about 3 minutes away from 420.
Made in America.
In the Central Time Zone.
Now, Iowa, you have a great delegation, and I am privileged that I get to serve in the most fairly drawn district in America. No Illinois gerrymandering here. And that is great for democracy because it means we work.
I'm sorry you're brainwashed, Baze.
And I'm proud to be one of the most bipartisan members of Congress, but what I'm really proud to be is somebody who delivers for Iowans because Iowans have given us the ability to take what we do best here and help lead the nation as a best practice, but also as a beacon of hope, because what we've been able to establish truly can be something that every American can look to and say, I'd like to be a little more like Iowa.
Well, they're in Iowa, so ethanol is huge for them because they make a lot of corn. And Trump has destroyed our worldwide corn
What is
market.
great about America? By coming right here and sharing it with us. Guys, we're going to keep fighting rural housing, adoption. We're working with Melania. She's got a great film coming out this week. Make sure you check it out. I'm proud to be working with her on.
She doesn't have a film coming out this
most
week.
Importantly, I'm thrilled to be taking what works.
It's
here
a film about
in Washington
her.
With your help, we've got to fight. I'm asking for your help. The 3rd district alone.
Less than 2 minutes until 420 in the Central Time Zone.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. We're going to lose our majority. And on day 1, Hakeem Jeffries, or maybe Nancy
Release the
Pelosi, we don't know,
files.
is going to call for President Donald Trump's impeachment. And on day 2, he's going to take all the great things we've done here and raise our taxes. And on day 3, 4...
About a minute until 420 in the Central Time
We'll be
Zone.
locked not in something that works to go forward as we've done over this last year, but in a constant battle. You don't only look outside here at a few people who would rather see the president impeached for any reason than to actually work to move our country forward. So friends, I'm asking you here today, let's win, let's lead, and let's welcome President Trump to Iowa.
I can't believe they keep playing the Killers. We're about a minute away from 420 in the Central Time Zone. Oh, I have Sunrocks packed. Put that down. Smoke this with me. I have Sunrocks packed. She's wanting to be sassy over here. We are moments away from Trump speaking in Iowa. 20 seconds away from 420 in the Central Time Zone. If you would like to partake upon the marijuana with me, get your accoutrements ready. Happy 420. Light one up. Tip one back, everybody. Bong hits from Meat Cakes. Good to see you, my friend. Even the Iowa clock says it's 420 right now. Yeah, this is very unusual for a sitting president to have a rally, especially one that's a lame dunk. A lame dunk. Oh my God, that got me good. We're smoking Sun Rocks. It's very powerful. He likes fucking the working class, indeed. We just have some insane comments here in the chat. Oh, here comes Trump. He's making his entrance. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. I can't play the song. Lee Greenwood would come after me. So try to let you guys know, get a feeling for what's like being there. Eyes of the Wakened. Welcome in, friend. The Rational Party. Carla, I tell you good evening. Ouch, my freedoms. Love you, friend. Delusional dementia rant, that's all he does. That's all he can do. Greenwood is a pussy ass bitch. You goddamn right, Byronic. Every single historian disagrees with you, Pierre. Historians rank him at the bottom. And I assume after this term, he won't be like the 5th worst president. He'll be the worst. He ended. I think this was supposed to start at 4 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock Iowa time. So that would put him at an hour and 23 minutes late. But once again, with events like these, it's kind of tentative because they don't announce the time until like a day out. It's a protection thing for the president, right? You don't want to give people time to be able to research a location, yada, yada, yada. And the Secret Service comes in and sweeps the area. Pierre, how has Trump fixed America? And the Klan is pro-Trump. Like, you people kill me. Like, go up to a Klansman and call him a Democrat, and they will flip the fuck out on you. It's the weirdest thing. I know this because I'm from Tennessee.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, and I'm thrilled to be back in the great state of Iowa with so many proud, hardworking American patriots, which is what you are. It's an amazing state. What a place. Boy, do we have some victories here. Were they the greatest? So exactly 2 years ago this month, it was the people of Iowa.
Southern conservatives invented the KKK, and they're all Republicans now, my friend. The KKK, very anti-Democrat.
That was a quick one. After a rigged election, we had a rigged election. I said, do we do it again? And I said, I think we better do it again. Not too many people who would have said that. But we did so well the second time, I said, well, we won twice, we got to do it a third time. Should we do it a fourth time? Four victories. We got the right team over there. The right team over there. That would be easy for you. That wouldn't even be work. But you came out by the thousands on a cold and snowy winter evening. Remember that beautiful evening? And together we won the Iowa caucuses in a 30-point landslide. That was great. I'll never forget it. It was so freezing. You think it's cold now? That blew it away. Whatever happened to global warming? You know? Now it's, it's like one of those things. But it was the coldest night. I remember it was way below zero. And they say, sir, you don't have to come till 10 or 11 o'clock because a caucus takes longer. Then I got a call at, let's say the polls close at 7. Sir, you've won. I said, I won what? They told me 10 o'clock. They can't announce. They said, you won by so much. They just called it at 1 minute after 7. So, right? So we made the journey. And we made that journey through all the cars and everything else, and we made a speech, but what an evening that was. Then in November, we won the state by a massive landslide. That was incredible in the election. And we then went on to win all swing states, all 7 of them. They said 7 swing. Well, he could win 4 of them. He's doing very well, but we won 7. We won the Electoral College 312 to 226. We won the popular vote for the first time of any Republican in many decades by millions and millions of votes. And we won a category that's very important. We won 86% of all counties in America, 2,700 to 525. How about that?
This is the same thing we hear over and over and over again.
Other than that, we didn't do too well. So now we're back where it all started to celebrate the greatest first year of any administration in American history. They say that. Even the radical left is saying, only we did a lot of things. 12 months ago, Joe Biden handed us a mess. We inherited the legacy of record high inflation, the highest inflation in the history of our country. They say the fake news, ooh, that's a lot of fake news. No, the fake news said it's 48 years. I remember recently I said the highest inflation, the worst, I believe this, by the way, worst in the history of our country. They said it wasn't the worst. It was 48 years. I said, that's okay, too. Somehow that sounds even worse than when you say the history, right? 48 years. I accepted that. Come on, man. But I think it was in the history. A mass invasion of our border and our country was being laughed at all over the world. We were being laughed at. We were a joke. We're not a joke anymore. We're not a joke. We're not being laughed at anymore. But today,
President douchebag liar indeed.
President Trump, our economy is booming, incomes are rising, investment is soaring, inflation has been defeated. Our border is closed, totally closed.
That's what I told Curious. It was like, he's talking about the 2020 election.
Is respected all over the world like they've never been respected. 1 year, I thought it would take us 2 years. I guess I'm following in the great path of John Deere. We got the chairman of John Deere here. Chairman and CEO, that's pretty good. I even signed a John Deere hat for me.
I'm over here laughing my ass off, and somebody in the chat's like, lefties keep crying.
Great company. And you just said you're opening up 2 massive plants because of tariffs. You're opening up
like
one
that's
in
the
North Carolina, one
reality
else.
we live in.
And you're expanding all over the place. You're doing a great job. I bought a lot of John Deere stuff.
This woman right here that looks like Kathy Hochul,
it's an honor to have you. Thank you very much.
She can be my GOP mommy.
This has been the most dramatic 1-year turnaround of any country in history in terms of the speed. I really thought it would take us 2 or 3 years to do what we're doing. You know, we're the number 1 country anywhere in history in the world, anywhere in history for investment coming into the country. And it's amazing. And it's because of tariffs. And it's also because of the fact that we had such a tremendous November 5th. That November 5th brought spirit back to our country, came back. You know, one thing I think which is so important is, if you remember a year and a half ago, we couldn't get people to enlist in the military, any of them, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, any of them, the Coast Guard, Space Force. I love Space Force, right? We couldn't get them, and even police departments, they couldn't get anybody with a uniform that represented the country. You couldn't get them. And today, we have the single greatest recruitment numbers in the history of our military. The police forces are loaded. Law enforcement is loaded up. And everybody wants to be a policeman, a fireman. They want to be in the military.
Nobody wants to be a cop.
And, we literally, they couldn't get them a year and a half ago. Nobody wanted to be in the military.
Fireman,
Now everybody
cool in my
wants to be
book.
in the military. It's an amazing thing that's happened, an amazing turnaround. And all because we
Turtle,
have a
welcome in.
president
I had some dog and cat
something
earlier.
Very simple. Puts America first, right?
Where are the files cut? I'm surprised you haven't, Flash.
Thank you. So under my leadership, economic growth is exploding to numbers unheard of. They've never had them before in recent times, and now, and we're just getting started. You know, the great, big, beautiful bill, which is no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax.
Didn't the
on
bottom fall
Social
out of the
Security
economy?
For our seniors, do we have any seniors in here? Do we have any seniors in here? One of the fake news said, he did that because he doesn't want to pay tax on his Social Security. Don't you believe? That's what I never thought of. These are sick people. But despite the fact that we've just really started.
Oh, you totally thought of
We
it.
inherited such a horrible situation with all of the high prices and the inflation and everything else. And by the way, the open borders, we had millions and everything you see today wouldn't happen. They opened the borders, but we had a 5.4%. And since the election, the stock market is at 52 all-time highs, adding $9 trillion in value to your savings, retirement accounts, and 401ks. So 401k people, I mean, of which you got a lot of people. Does anybody have a 401k in the audience? A lot of people. So you're setting records, right? The highest it's ever been. They say this, you know, the good stock market, they say, well, this stock market, you know, they just try so hard. This stock market doesn't affect the middle class. I say it does. What about a 401k? What about all the other things? What about the fact that they're making more salary than they've ever made? But the stock market's the highest. How is John Deere stock doing? Great? All-time high? It's all-time.
Doing great if you use some Steiner math.
I mean, I made a lot of people rich. Me, I just keep working. I made a lot of people rich. I made a lot of people rich that I don't even like. I got a lot of people that I don't like at all, and I've doubled their net worth. But after 4 years in which Biden got less than $1 trillion in new investment, think of it.
Yeah, we're looking at him. He made somebody rich. He is legitimately a billionaire now.
We secured commitments.
He wasn't before.
Record-breaking plus.
He was just lying and saying he was a billionaire. He's legitimately a billionaire now, unfortunately.
18 trillion, and he did less than $1 trillion. Just over 1 year ago, under Sleepy Joe Biden and the radical left lunatics, we were a dead country. We were a dead country. I tell you, 1 year ago, a little more than 1 year ago, we were a dead country. The king of Saudi Arabia told me that. You've heard me say it. He said it better than anybody else. He said, you know, I can't believe it.
The country that attacked us on 9/11.
He said a year ago you were a dead country. Now you're the hottest country anywhere in the world. He said, I can't believe it.
Fake it until you make it. Donald Trump is the ultimate fake it until you make it.
Historic investment, the great American company that we just talked about is doing so much. I have to.
No, he was probably worth a couple $100 million if he wasn't encumbered by debt. That's from a court filing from a judge.
But I know it's a very special deal because John Deere is doing $70
But we know that he was highly encumbered by
North Carolina
debt.
is brand new, the best in the world, and I think it's going to pay off very, very big. And if it doesn't, I have nothing to do with it. But if it does, I'm going to.
Gubernaught, the right commits the overwhelming majority of violence in this country, and it's not even close.
What it is an excavator factory, as I understand it, and it's going to be the only excavator factory. In other words, excavators. We all know I love those excavators. Believe it or not, I know a lot about them. We don't make them here. This is going to be the only excavator entirely made in the United States of America. So that's good. That's good. I love it. I love it. It's great. And they'll all come. I hate to tell you, but they're all going to be coming too. You're going to have some competition, but you'll be ahead of them. If congressional Democrats had their way this year, would right now be facing the largest tax hike. So they wanted to give you, this is what I was running against, the largest tax hike in the history of our country. I wanted to give you the largest tax cut in the history of our country. And if they won, this country would be cratering right now. It would be cratering. So I've cut a record number of job-killing regulations. The reason our job numbers are so good, and remember this, I've cut hundreds of thousands of federal jobs. Now, if I didn't do that, our numbers would be even more through the roof. Or I could get them. You know what they do? In order to have decent numbers, they hire 1 million people. You hire 1 million people, all of a sudden you're down to 3.5%. We don't do that. We get rid of that job where you have 10 jobs for every, you have 10 people for every job. And they are all now, and they hated me. They hated me. Now they love me. You know why? They all got jobs in the private sector, making twice as much money as they made from the federal government, sometimes much more than that. So a year ago, they hated me, and now they love me. But it includes dozens of burdensome regulations that were crushing our amazing farmers. We love our farmers. We won this thing. I think.
Whoa, sorry about that. That one got me too. They lost their feed. I don't know if that is a, like, something has happened at the event, or it's probably just, you know, weather. We'll just go to a different source. That was very weird. I'm trying to find one that's not using the same ABCs down. Okay, the White House is still going. Okay, oh, we're back. We're back.
It can only happen to me. But I repealed the Biden's
I was hoping, but I figured it was just a technical glitch.
Off your land and out of your business. That was a big one. That was a big one. I terminated the so-called diesel exhaust fluid requirement. You know what that is?
Yeah, the White House feed never went down.
Family farmers more than $1 billion a year, and we're going to do a lot more. We're going to do something on tractors. You know, they never took we did it with cars. We took all that nonsense off the cars.
Oh, they censored him because he dropped a slur, possibly.
MIT to get somebody to fix your car with all the crap they had on it in order to save a quarter of a glass of this much little tiny bit of gas. These people are crazy. And I'm going to do that, I think, for tractors, too, because we're going to get the tractors back where you don't have to be a PhD in order to start your tractor, in order to keep the environment clean. So much nonsense. I think it makes the environment dirty. And they, very importantly, on day one, I kept my promise to the people of Iowa and abolished the insane electric vehicle mandate, which would have obligated you to go out and buy an electric car, but it would have obliterated a thing called ethanol. Do you like ethanol? Is it big? A lot of people are asking me about
who in the chat drinks ethanol.
I don't know. Do you want me to do something with ethanol? Maybe. After years of the United States getting ripped off
drink
by
a
trade,
giant glass of
standing up
ethanol.
for the workers
Please,
and
Trump.
the farmers of our country like no other president has ever. No other president's done this. I mean, no other president has done this. I could have had an ACC presidency. I'd probably have this little piece of ear back, you know? Could have it, and I wouldn't have to listen to lunatics like this up there.
There's not a piece of your ear missing, sir.
Isn't that nice?
We've all seen pictures. There's no ear missing there.
Thank you. Boy, they're good here. Do we love our law enforcement? They work very quickly.
America was literally founded on kicking authority in the balls.
We had the largest trade deficit in
He's
world
kicking
history.
authority in the balls.
But in 1 year, I've slashed our gaping trade deficit by a staggering 77%. How about that? What about that? That's pretty good.
And racism.
77. Nobody's ever seen that. You know, if you slash your trade deficit by 1%, you're like a genius. They say, oh, he's very electable. He's not so electable. I did 77. I did something else, favored nations on drugs. We now are paying the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. In other words, we're matching favored nations. It's called most favored nations. Every other president tried for it. They didn't try very hard. They didn't get anything. I got it done. I got all the nations to agree. You think that was easy? I said, if you don't agree, we're going to put tariffs on you. They said, we agree. We agree. So you'll have a pill that costs $10, as an example, costs $10 in London, costs $130 in Des Moines, and now it's going to cost $20.
Des Moines.
Go from $130 down to $20. It's the biggest price reduction of prescription drugs in history. And
if you guys have not seen the guy on SNL that does Trump now, he's amazing.
I was very proud of it. And you know, the fake news, I can't get him to talk about it.
He's nailed the cadence and just the line of thought.
I can't.
The way Trump goes from subject to subject and subject and the inflection. It's beautiful.
So I just got the biggest, I can't believe it. If a Democrat got a half a point down, this is like hundreds of, depending on the way you want to calculate it, you could say it's an 80% reduction, or you could say it's 1,000% reduction. You could say whatever you want, but it's the biggest reduction.
Yeah, he's like Bart in that episode of The Simpsons with the pan. I am so great. I am so great.
We were paying 10 times, in many cases, more
when he was jealous of
than
Lisa.
the rest of the world. And I said it wasn't fair. And I got it done. And everyone said you can. They said you'll never get other countries to agree. They said,
man, if you believe Trump, you'll believe anything.
You'll never get the other countries to agree. I got the drug companies. That was not easy, I want to tell you, but that was not so bad. But they even told me, we'll agree to it, but you'll never get the other countries. I said, 100% I will. Why wouldn't I get them? And I called Macron of France. I said, you got to double the price of your drugs. He said, no, I will not do that. What was the story with
Catwalk
the other day? What the
record
hell was
tranny.
that all about?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Record tyranny.
But anyway, but I got them all. I don't want to go into a long story. Bottom line, I said, I'm going to increase tariffs.
I'm sorry. I should not have said that.
25% tariff if you don't do it. They said, we will do it. We would be, why don't you ask? We'd love to do it. So I got something done that no other president could have gotten done, and no other president. I don't even think they tried. You want to know the truth? You think Biden was thinking about it?
Yes, mad props to Brazil.
He was thinking about how the hell to
yes,
get on
cancel
the stage.
Justin.
Remember, the guy could never find that. You have so many ways. You can jump off the front if it.
Curious or heard it in there, and she canceled Justin.
The guy could never find his way off the stage. This was not a good sign. But I made new fair trade deals with countries covering half of all U.S. trade. You do know they're paid agitators, right? They're paid. They get paid. You know, do you ever see their signs?
The people yelling USA in the
I did
back.
have guys making a sign in a basement. These are all paid agitators.
He, once again, his first rally, down the Golden Escalator, everybody there was paid.
I don't know.
We know this for a fact.
They're paid insurrectionists, really, in some cases. They're sickos. But I've made new fair trade deals with countries covering half of all U.S. trade, scoring giant wins for the farmers, ranchers, and agricultural producers like no other president has ever done. That's why I got such a tremendous vote from the farmers, and I love you too. I do love you too.
The farmers, he is bankrupted.
Will now allow the United States to supply up to 100% of automotive ethanol, and import large amounts of aviation biofuels from the United States. That's great for you. That was part of the deal that we made. The United Kingdom will import
Anthony,
nearly
yes.
$1 billion
Sadly,
of ethanol. That's part of their deal.
30-40% did,
Allowing
yes.
American
Just like
beef
this.
into its market for the first time in more than 20 years. Did you know that? And beef is doing great, and we got to get the prices down a little bit, and they're starting to come down pretty much. China has agreed to purchase over $40 billion of U.S.-grown soybeans. You know that. You're selling them. They're selling them. And I went to President Xi, and he's upping it. I mean, it's $40 billion. The European Union will dramatically increase purchases of American pork, dairy, and soybean oil. They never did that before. They're all doing things that they never did before, because you have a certain president that's a little bit different from the presidents that you had before. And nations from Cambodia to Thailand to the Philippines and Indonesia are eliminating all trade barriers to agricultural
A holiday in
products,
Cambodia.
Agricultural products had trade barriers that didn't allow them to be sold in countries that are now saying, oh, please, we'd love to accept your product. So that's great. It's going to be, you're going to see it starting to kick in now for the farmers. And to further help our farmers recover from the really a catastrophe of the Biden years, what a period of years that we had. We had a country that was just dead. We had a country that was just not respected by anybody.
Come on, man.
We had a guy who didn't know where the hell he was. Do you think he worried about his farmer at night? No. He just wanted to go.
I don't know that you know where the hell you are.
This is what we had. This is what we had in our fake election. We recently issued $12 billion in farm relief. We gave them because you were screwed by other countries. I said, how much is the number? To our great Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke, and she's doing a great job. I said, Brooke, what's the number? And she said $12 billion, and I wrote a check for $12 billion because we have so much money from the tariffs coming in. So you couldn't have done that before. We're a rich country now. I hope we win that Supreme Court.
Did you just say $12 billion?
People that are China-oriented, they're people from literally that very China-oriented and foreign country-oriented trying to stop that, but we'll get it done one way or the other. We're going to do it. If we have to do it a different way, we'll do it. But we're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. We're doing amazing. Nobody can even believe it. Foreign countries cannot believe what's happened. They're studying us, but it won't work.
Yeah, they don't believe it.
We're working hard to expand your markets domestically, and in the campaign, I promise to support E15 all year round.
Did he just say in the campaign?
Should I do it, Kaufman? Should I do it? I did. I promised E15 all year round if I get elected. And I want to...
If he gets elected?
And we'll start right now. I was going to put out a statement a week ago. I said, hold it. I'm coming to Iowa to make a speech. I'm not going to put out a truth. I'm not going to put... I want to be there in person to tell them... The people of Iowa to know that...
Does he think he's campaigning?
Speaker Mike Johnson, who's great, and...
In like 2016, he doesn't know where he is, does he?
Senate, to find a deal that works, we've got it. For farmers, consumers, and refiners, including small and mid-sized refiners. In other words, to get E15 approved, and they're working on it. They're very close to getting it done. So I just wanted to let you know that. Yeah?
He said if I get elected.
And China will
he said I'm supporting this in the campaign.
Supporting year-round E15 to my desk very quickly, and I will sign it without delay. Okay?
Come on, man.
I hope you remember us for the midterms. You know, the worst thing about the midterms is the fact that no matter what happens, the people that win the presidency, you win even if you're a good president. I think we had the best first year of any president ever, maybe they say. But even if you have any great...
He said if I get elected, he can't run again.
Years, they've won it twice. Can you believe it? If something happens...
I see a pedophile.
With the voters.
Because of the screw turn. He's a fucking moron.
Whoever wins the presidency has a hard time with the midterm. If we lose the midterms... You'll lose so many of the things that we're talking about, so many of the assets that we're talking about, so many of the tax cuts that we're talking about. And it would lead to very bad things. We got to win the midterms. I mean, I'm here because I love Iowa, but I'm here because we're starting the campaign to win the midterms. We got to win the midterms. That means Senate, and it means House. Got to win them. It's crazy, you know.
And it means House. Seriously, he
deal or something.
Dude from SNL nails him because
this is Democrat too. Democrat wins the presidency.
And that means House.
The midterms. Now maybe they don't campaign as hard because they've I don't know, but I campaign hard. We gotta win the midterms. So remember that you gotta get out and you gotta vote. The midterms are very important. We're gonna
get like 100 campaign rallies all this year, aren't
great
we?
Candidates. Again, Senate and House. We have great candidates. We got to win them. And we have candidates that rule with common sense, not this craziness. You know, we're not going to be supporting transgender for all, men and women's sports.
I don't think I'm a thug at all. I think I'm a redneck from Appalachia, motherfucker. Get your shit straight, Bone.
The worst.
No transgender for all.
I take care of things, and you know, inflation I had it beat very quickly and all, but this open border thing, you know,
they're gonna trans your kids.
Taking criminals in that they allowed into our country, where the jails are opened up. Remember the jails, the prisons all over, from all over the world. They're opened up. The Congo, all over South America, Venezuela. They're
doing the Congo.
We got to get them out. I mean, it's really, really. We can never forget what that group of morons did to this country. We can never forget. And we've got to win the midterms. That's why we've got to win the midterms. As we bring trillions of dollars pouring into our country from overseas, we're also making America affordable again, a problem caused totally by the crooked Joe Biden administration. I mean, you know, I inherited this problem. They say, prices are too high. I just took over. They said,
I was really looking forward to them transing my
3 days,
kids.
I have a news conference 3 days into my administration. What about the price of eggs? They've gone up like 5 times more. I said, I just got here. I didn't.
Can I offer you an egg in this trying
got eggs
time?
down very quickly, remember? But I was standing there. I'm so happy. I just want.
All leftists are
It's going to
transgender.
be so nice. And some lunatic.
Sounds like
right
a fun time.
What about the price of eggs?
You get a transgender.
I said, "Oh,
You get a
Give
transgender.
me a little, because I don't know. I just got here. I'm sorry. But I fixed it. Now I fixed it pretty much all, but it's going to go down even further. No, but they caused the problem. And then they came up.
I am very sorry to my trans friends in the chat.
Every time you hear the word, remember, they're the ones that caused the problem.
Because like it's
And,
using your lives as
First
an
time you heard about it was
object,
like a
and
few
that's
months ago.
it's horrid.
This election's all about affordability. Well, they're the ones that caused the problem. But nobody knows that. You know, people forget. So they say, oh, affordability, let's vote for the Democrats. It's no, affordability.
I hate that your
tremendous price
existence is a
increases.
campaign issue.
It was caused by the worst inflation we've ever had. And they come up with this word affordability.
I hope to
I said,
outlive
even
the
although
demagoguery.
You're not hearing it so much anymore. You know why? Because the prices are coming down so much. They don't want it to be an election based on lower prices. But we're bringing down.
Man, Jeff, if you look at this dude and you don't see loser, I don't know what to tell
We
you.
inherited the highest
Big, beautiful mental
prices in the
hospitals.
country, and we've rapidly brought them down. And that's what we want to do. Did you ever see them where they're being interviewed? This will be an election on affordability. And I say that, but they never talk about after. That's all they say. They just say affordability, but they never do anything, Mr. Chairman, right? They never say that.
Look at Zohran Mamdani in New York City. He's doing plenty of things.
People are doing a lot of things. You're not into politics that much, although you like it. You like Trump, but you're not into politics. But you're not going to go back and examine.
Jeff, I can't imagine going through life as fucking stupid as you
They did a
are.
good job. They almost destroyed our country. They were
I got
pricing
seriously.
you
If
out.
I went
Yesterday
around
it's
being
at
like,
4
I'm torn,
cents, and now it's at $1.
I would be really
And I was
embarrassed.
saying
You should learn to feel
$1.99
embarrassment.
today in Iowa. I was told that it was $1.85 it hit a gallon in Iowa. And you know, that's like a massive tax cut. That's actually
Jeff,
like
do you think you've had anything smart to say?
So the Biden nightmare cost a typical American family $34,000 in 4 years, but after 1 year of Trump, real wages are already up more than $2,000.
Right-wingers think they know jack shit about gender and all come in here and say, liberals think men can get pregnant.
Much faster. Think of this than inflation.
Like, my God, you all say the same thing. You're so brainwashed.
In the last year have gone up. And
please, learn to feel
first part
embarrassment.
of the year, actually, you could say almost the first year, I was fixing the country from the horror show that we inherited. Grocery prices, airfares, hotels, car payments, and rent prices have all come down, and they've come down very fast. And thanks to our tax cuts, millions of Americans will soon receive record-setting.
Yes, this is my mommy and daddy's basement.
Of more than $1,000. Think of that. $1,000.
They bought my microphone too.
Last year, $1,000 just in one.
There are only two
some of the
genders.
tax cuts, and that number goes up exponentially over the.
But you don't understand gender at all.
It's amazing. It's called the Great Big Beautiful Bill.
That's probably not a topic you should talk about.
You know, one other thing that you get that's I thought was so great. I came up with it. You know, very rich people get deductions. Middle-income people don't get deductions. They never had to.
Speaks too much. No, you don't want all the political garbage off your doom scrolls. You want to watch me and make fun of the political garbage.
Like hell.
So subscribe on the YouTube.
And I said, why can't
find out what that news be doing?
In America, only if it's made in America. If it's made in some other country, we have no interest. So I got it approved in the Great Big Beautiful Bill. You get a full tax deduction against your income tax. You get a full tax deduction. Think of it. If you purchase a car in America, if you borrow money, the interest that you're paying on that borrowed
that
money
is true, Sue.
Well, there's deduction for your tax purposes, and that's a tremendous deal. And you know what? It's also great for the car companies.
There's 2 points on a spectrum.
That they couldn't believe it, and I got it passed. So
and a wide variety between.
The king of deductions. No, but it was always unfair the way a lot of people got treated. You take that deduction.
Gender
one of those
is.
Who will be seeing a big benefit.
The mistake right-wingers make about gender is they want to say that gender is binary, which means 1 or 2. There's 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. It has to be one or the other.
I'm not allowed to say that.
It has to be a 0 or a 1. There's no other option.
Say a woman is
binary.
beautiful. That's the end of your political career.
That's binary code. That's why I switched to 0, 1.
How are you? Congratulations. What a good story.
But sex
She's the general manager
is actually bimodal, which means there is 1 point,
Iowa.
there's another point, and there's a spectrum between those.
I visited
points.
strongly a couple of times in the campaign, and Erica's been able to hire many new employees, and they're each going to be taking home thousands and thousands of dollars extra because of the no tax on tips. And she's got a lot more people wanting to work for her, too, because of that no tax on tips. That's just one of many. How's that working out, Erica? Good? You want to come up and say a few words? Come on up, Erica. You want to come on up?
Explorer. We've never had a president talk like this, and I don't know if that's do you find that to be a good thing or a bad thing?
Judy works part.
I kind of find that to be a bad thing because he is
an electrician who works hours,
raving lunatic.
Overtime each week. Their family is going to save thousands of dollars on
Susie, welcome in.
Tax on overtime and no tax on tips, which they'll use to prepare for retirement. And I want to thank you, Judy. Where's Judy? Come here. Where's Judy? Come on up, Judy. Get up here. Come on up. They're totally unprepared for this, but what the hell, right? Say a few words. Thank you.
Love back to you in Sweden.
Thank you, President Trump. No tax on tips is huge for everyone in the service industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would just like to say the same thing. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and good luck. Thank you. I refuse to say they're beautiful. I refuse.
Oh, my God.
They're beautiful. Do all people look like that in Iowa? I don't think so. Thank you both. Congratulations, too. Great. That's great.
He's such a fucking creep.
I looked at both of them and I said, get up here. We're also pleased to be joined by Governor Kim Reynolds. Kim, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Great. A man who's become a real star, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Scott. He's become a star. He's done a real job. He knows his business. And he's a big cutter. He cuts a lot of things. Small business administrator, another real star, Kelly Loeffler. Kelly. Thank you, Kelly.
Why people so afraid of gay people? So they want to be on the place.
Thanks, Kelly.
What?
Great person. Those are great people.
So they want to be on the place of the gay. I love it. The place of the gay. I want to be on the place of the gay.
Randy Feenstra, Marionette Miller Meeks, and Zach Nunn. I want to thank you. Thank you. And I want to tell you that they're all great and they're all running and they should be in good shape, but you got to get out and vote. Got to get out and vote. Iowa Attorney General Brenna Bird. Where's Brenna? Hi, Brenna. Boy, she was early to endorse me. She was so early. We appreciate it. We'll never forget that. That was great. Thanks a lot, Brenna. And you're doing well. I hear you're doing great, right? Thank you. She's running again. You got to vote for her. State House Majority Leader Bobby Kaufman. Bobby. Guys, you gotta move her there. Thank you, Bobby. Great job. Great.
You gotta move her.
Former State Senate President Leader. Now, I have to tell you about this guy. He endorsed me, the first person in the entire United States of America. It was a year I knew I was running, he endorsed me. He endorsed me because he thought I would be good. I wasn't even thinking about running. He was so early. He was the first person in the United States, before my wife, before my kids. State Senate President. He's a Marlboro man. He looks like the Brad Zahn. Where's Brad? Where are you, Brad?
I cannot get the offset right to get the audio matched up.
And state representatives Heather Hora, Derek Wolf, Brooke Bowden, and many other wonderful members of the Iowa State House. I want to thank you all for being here. Brad, you got to say, look at this guy. Can you talk, Brad?
Well, it's an honor to be here. And, you know, my wife is a...
Oh, that dude's date raped somebody.
She loves Laura Ingraham. And I tell her, I said, enjoy every second because you are the GOAT. Promises made, promises kept. Thank you. Great job.
The working folks president, catwalk.
Do whatever it was.
The dude with the golden toilet.
He was so early. I said, who the hell is that guy in Iowa that keeps endorsing me? Thank you, Brad. We won't forget. The Trump administration has done more in 12 months than most administrations achieve in 4 years or 8 years.
I mean, he ain't wrong about that. It's just not been good shit.
Introduced my plan to repair the damage of the Unaffordable Care Act, the worst disaster, which now costs many families more than a mortgage. Man. If you look, a number came out, it's a bigger cost than a mortgage, and it's bad health care. Obamacare.
Catwalk? Why do right-wingers always assume that